Hey everybody, this is Melina from scrapbookingwithme.com, and today should be an M Scrapbusters, and we shall see if we get to that. The reason I say that is because this is a short week for me, so I'm trying my best to get everything sorted and together and packed and all of that stuff because of ministry stuff going on. And so anyway, I'll try to get to something scrap paper-ish in this video. But first, I wanted to get to a few things that I got in the mail. This right here, y'all gonna love that. I haven't even seen in this. I'm way behind on whatever I got over the holidays, so this is one thing that I did get. It says to Melina Pylant, and then this, oh my goodness, it's so pretty. Dear Melina, thank you so much for all your hard work and dedication to your YouTube channel. I have learned so much. This is a booklet that I sell in my Etsy shop. I wanted to send it to you as a token of my appreciation. Hope it makes you smile. Blessings. Elaine Gouras, Gouras, it looks like. Elaine. Let's see here. Lenore's Journals and Accessories. Okay, and this is her Etsy. Alright, I will try to, let me go ahead and get you focused in here, and we can share her. There we go. If you want to take a screenshot, there is her Etsy info. And let's look at this. Okay. You are God's masterpiece, and it has a really pretty clip on the edge. You are beautiful, and it goes through, has scripture quotes. You are valuable. Oh, I love this. It's got a little pocket here. Another scripture quote there. You are loved. More scripture quotes. A love like no other. And then this is laminated. Love knows your name, with more script. Oh, it's personalized. Look. Melina, do not fear, for I have redeemed you. I have called you by your name. You are mine. Isaiah 43:1. I love that. And look at the little heart in the tuck pocket. Oh my goodness. It's a folded heart. We might have to make some of these on a M Scrapbusters. That is so pretty. I love that. I have never seen that before. Very pretty origami heart in the back. Thank you so much, Elaine. This is so pretty. I love it. Love it. Alright, and new in the shop, we have the brand new and very last oxide and distress color that Tim Holtz has come out with. He wanted a color palette of 72, and this is the 72nd color. It is called Scorched Timber. A little play on words there, Timmy. Good job. And I will show you in a minute how this Scorched Timber, this brown shade, compares to other two brown shades that I have on my desk. I'll show you that in a minute. We still have, I do believe, just a few of the January E-Club kits left in the shop. And so you need to rush over there and get those. They come with the 8 sheets of digital. You'll get a link for the digital kit along with the E-Club kit that you purchase. And this is January's. It's just gorgeous. January's digitals that come along with the E-Club kit. So pretty. Mom did pages and pages and pages this month. So you get all kinds of background pages. And of course you can print these as many times as you want when you get that link. And then, so that goes along perfectly with this kit. So you get your mesh bag every month. And then there is ribbon in your kit. There is twine in your kit, baker's twine in your kit. You get a Jelly Roll glitter pen. It's not a marker, it's a pen. It's about let's see, probably an 8mm point. And look, that's how you engage it. The cap doesn't come off, it pops. Anyway, it's a Jelly Roll and it's metallic. Okay, and then there is a mini VersaFine Onyx Black ink pad in the kit, and we have extras of these that you can buy a la carte if you are not a subscriber to the eClub kit or do not want the eClub kit, but you want to try VersaFine ink. We have the minis, just a few left over from this kit in the shop if you want to pick that up. Also in the kit you get enamel dots, and you get a little set of flowers, paper flowers. Those are so pretty. They have like a shimmer to them. And you'll get different kinds of flowers in your kit. You might not get the exact same ones that I got. You'll get a sheet of rice paper from Stamperia that coordinates with your Stamperia paper that you get in the kit. And this is the Stamperia Precious collection, and I'll show you. This little collection has cut aparts in it, so you've got your die cuts in the paper pad. Look how pretty. There's cards, envelopes, journal cards. Look at them, how pretty. Tags. So your die cuts are actually in your paper pad this month. So Stamperia Precious collection. You get a whole pack of assorted tags from Dinah Wakely Media. And this is, it's 10. You get 10 tags in here. And they're the number 8 tags and the number 10 tags. So you got some big ones and then some smaller ones. Then you get your cardstock, 2 different shades of pink this month, and then you get some drawing paper also. Great kit, beautiful kit. I love the pinks and the vintage look to it. And do you know what else it coordinates with? Yeah, that's right. My new Valentine polka dot collage Valentine digital kit that is in the shop. So I've already shown this once, but just quickly go through. But this coordinates so well with the January eClub kit too. So we got lots of pinks going on. Valentine's Day, you know, coming up soon. All kinds of ephemera in this kit for you. That's some extras that I printed the wrong way. But that's my polka dot collage Valentine kit. It's 10 pages that we have in the shop. And now this, I got this and was not expecting it in the mail. Brandon brought it in the other day. And I was like, huh, I didn't order anything from her. I wonder what this is. So this is a package from My Scrap Cabin on Etsy. Look at it. How gorgeous it is. I'm going to take her little note off and I will read that note. Oh, there we go. So it's the pinks and reds collection in her Etsy shop. For anybody that does not know, this is seam binding. The owner of this Etsy shop, Erin, she hand dyes and hand crinkles all of the seam binding in her shop. So she gets seam binding from wherever her supplier is, white seam binding, and then she makes color collections and dyes the seam binding herself. So we've got baby pinks, we've got some maroons and wine colors, we've got a lighter pink, a bubblegum looking pink, that's a hot pink she calls it. We've got fuchsia in here, frosting, this one's called frosting, sunrose, lipstick, very pretty. This one is bisque, I think. No. I can't see. B-A-S-Q-U-E. So pretty. I love these. So she sends this and says, hi Melina, I've been meaning to send you some seam binding your way for a while. Let's see. Something working with your mom, E at Scrapbooking with Me Crafts here on YouTube, and was, let's see. Sorry, Erin, I'm having a hard time reading your handwriting. And would love the opportunity to work with you as well. I thought this fun red and pink set was timely. Valentine's Day coming up, and I hope you might be able to use it. If not, please feel free to pass it along or share. Excuse me, no, this goes in my collection. Thank you. Let me know if you would like to work together in the future. I keep it pretty low-key as I have such respect for the creative process. Thanks so much. I hope you are well. My best, Erin. Thank you so much, Erin. I love this. I would love to work with you in the future. I love seam binding. This is like my favorite ever way of doing a journal closure is with seam binding. So yes, Erin, I would love to work with you in the future. And thank you so much for all these gorgeous trims. And I will be using these. Love them. Thank you. Alright, so for scrap paper, scrap busting, I have had people ask how I use my scraps to pretty up or decorate pages. Easy. So first off, the biggest thing is making a pocket. I mean, that would be the easiest way. So here is a scrap piece of cardstock that has been in my stash for a while that I did some watercoloring on. Yes, I will show you this in just a minute, the comparison on that. I've got, sorry, squirrel. I've got my scorched timber, I've got walnut stain, and I have vintage photo. And I am just about to show you the difference in those three browns, okay? I think I also have gathered twig somewhere. My word! Gathered twig somewhere. Yes, here's gathered twig. So I have vintage photo, gathered twig, and walnut stain. And I will show you the difference in those three against the scorched timber. Thought that was so cute that he did like his own little play on words for his last 72nd color. Love it. Anyway, getting back to this, you can use scrap paper in your journals everywhere. I do. But the easiest way is to make a pocket. So you would cut this down and make yourself a little notch if you wanted to, ink around it, and just glue down on three sides and make a pocket. That is the easiest way to use scraps in your journals. Another way is if you have some page edges from book pages or just some cut-offs from cardstock, you can sew on them like I have here, and then you can just make a little page edge. Use the string that you have from, the thread that you have left over on the top as a little sticky outie on top of your journal, or flip it over and you can have it as a sticky outie on the bottom. And that can just be decoration. It doesn't have to be something functional. Y'all have heard me say that over and over and over again in videos. Just because you're adding something to your journal does not mean it has to have a function other than being beautiful and you loving it the way it looks in your journal. Right here, I have used scrap paper, just a little tiny little shallow piece of scrap cardstock, and used it and made it a pocket. Easy. This was some scrap paper left over from, I think, one of the E-Club kits. So it was a little taller and wider piece of scrap, but it was just a cut off, and I made a wraparound pocket, and I will show you that. Let's get a bigger piece of scrap that I've got somewhere. I got some about that same size. So here we go, and let's cut it down. Let me get my trimmer. So we had quite a bit of time off during December for our ministry, and now it is ramping back up. So we have 4 stops this weekend, and we're so excited. So excited to get back out there. Okay, this is directional paper, and when I flip it up, it is definitely going to be upside down. But you see how tall this one is. If I fold this up, we're going to get that pocket there. I think maybe what I did here is I cut off the bottom, because that's directional paper too, and this is going the correct way. I sure did. So that is another solution for directional paper if you've got that and you want to make a wraparound pocket like this, but if you fold it up, look, your direction is upside down. So let's cut it off, and we can still make a fold up pocket. It's just going to be glued on instead of folded up. Alright, so I'm going to cut it about there. Okay, yeah, I cut it too high. We're going to have a really deep pocket. So let's cut a little bit of that off. Duh, Melina. You need it to not be as tall as the back. There, that is much better. Okay, I'm going to get my corner rounder punch. And we carry all of this in the shop at scrapbookingwithme.com. So, if you have any questions or need any of the stuff that I use, we carry it all in the shop. I'm going to use my brand new Scorched Timber on this pocket. Okay, I'm going to go around the edges, and I'm going to go around the bottom. I'm going to glue this on just on 3 sides. So I'm going to put glue there and all the way across the bottom and then there. And then that takes care of the directional problem that you would have had if you would have done it just folded up. Okay. Then I'm going to turn it over and make sure that it is straight, and it is. I'm going to round these corners also. Okay. Really push that down so maybe it doesn't go anywhere. And you really should wait for it to dry before you fold it. But for the sake of time, I'm just doing it. Okay, I'm going to get my ink around that edge, and then fold it over, ink around this. Okay, so there you've got, very easily, a wraparound pocket. So wherever you want to put this, you would glue this down and glue this down. Or you can just glue down the edges and have a tuck space here. Then you've got your pocket there. Turn it over, you've got your pocket there, and you've got a tuck space here. Or you could even have it where you glue this down and you'd have a tuck up top. So easy, easy. Little wraparound pocket. I'm going to put just a couple of die cuts in here so you can see. Wraparound pocket. Easy. This is my idea journal. It is my, let's see, what was it? It was the, yeah, one of my most watched videos as far as beginner friendly videos. I just show how to put together a journal very easily with just a cardstock cover, and I will link that in the description box below. This is just a piece of scrap that I have attached top and bottom to this bag pocket. So I've got a pocket here to add things to if I want to. So I've made a belly band and just glued it at the top and the bottom, added some lace trim to the side, and then it is a belly band, goes all the way through just like that. And on top of it, this is just one of those hanging ephemera, collaged ephemera pieces, clusters. And that's one of those round pockets or tucks. So it's just two circles, and I cut one of them in half, inked it up, and then you can clip on whatever you want. A decorative paper clip or one of those hanging clusters. Easy, easy. Here's another hanging cluster, and that one has some lace at the top. You can also use scrap paper for the centers of your journal signatures. So this was just a cut off from a 12 by 12, and I folded in the edges. So I have a tuck here and a tuck here. So just glued it at the top and the bottom on both sides. Folded it in the middle, and then I made two tucks there. So this journal, my idea journal, is just full of scrap busters. This one was some collaged masterboard that I did with a, and I cut out a circle shape, inked it around, and made it a tuck. That's all that is. Stitched on the edge of it. What I will do is I will link all of my scrap busting videos, my scrap playlist, in the description box below, so you can go through and look at all of these if you want to. This one is a collaged strip of cardstock. I just put all kinds of different pieces of scrap paper on it, just the little bitty bits and pieces, and then stamped on top of it, added a little die cut at the bottom, and then made it a page edge tuck. So very easy. Lots and lots of paper scraps. This one, this would be for some larger paper scraps, but it's a fold out, fold up, pocket tuck, whatever kind of everything on this one. So we got pockets here, a pocket here, and then on this side we have a fold out with a pocket there, a little scrap pad there, and a pocket there. And then I just close it up so that that back part doesn't flap all over the place with a paper clip. And then seeing if I've got any. Oh, and this is one of those fold out dealies. Look at there. It folds out and folds out and folds out. So this was a long cutoff that I had from 12 by 12 paper, and I just scored it at, I think that's probably 3 inches. Let's see. 1, 2, yep. I scored it every 3 inches and got 4 fold outs on that big bad boy. And then when I glued it into my journal, I used the back as a pocket. So this back part here is just glued down on 3 sides. There. So all kinds of ideas for scraps in your journals to fill them up. Aaron has answered his phone, so you will hear him in the background talking to whomever that is. I have a feeling it is his daddy, because his daddy's probably tried to get in touch with me and couldn't, and so he's calling his daddy to ask him, is Mama making a video? Is she working? So then I have these hidden paper clips that have the pockets on the middle. I got this idea from somebody else on YouTube, and in my scrap busting video I give them credit where I made these. But it's just folded up and folded over. I think this was from 6 by 6 paper that I had left over. Let's see if I've got, I know I've got some 6 by 6 paper around here somewhere. No, I know what it was. It was any equally square piece of paper. So this, let's do 5 inches by 5 inches. So 5 by 5. That's what it was. So any square piece. So this is 5 inches by 5 inches. If you have some 6 by 6 paper that you'd like to use up, you can use that too. So you're going to fold it up. Okay. And then you're going to fold over. And fold over again. And then, I'll get my paper clip here. There's a big paper clip. It's not one of those teeny tiny ones. These work better for hidden paper clips, in my opinion. So you're going to put your paper clip there. Whoop, I want to put the long end on the outside. Short end goes on the inside. Okay. And then with this, I think all I did was fold that down. So it's kind of like origami. I'm going to put this over here so you can see. So my one that I folded over, I've folded down. And then I'm going to fold this one down. And then you're going to go runk, runk. Just like that. If I can fold straight, it works. But I have this in my Scrapbusters playlist also. So just like that, and then you just glue that down. So you got to unglue this down here too. And you've got a pocket, a little pocket there. And you want to glue, I would use fabric glue and just kind of glue that paper clip in place. But that's how I made those. They're super simple, very easy little scrap buster. So anyway, this was a miscellaneous, let's use up some scraps in your journals video, along with Happy Mail. And now we're going to do some ink differences here. I'm going to put this away. And we are going to go Vintage Photo, Gathered Twigs, Walnut Stain, Scorched Timber. So I have went, in my opinion, from lightest to darkest. Vintage Photo is the lightest of these four that we're using. So Vintage Photo, Gathered Twigs, Walnut Stain, and the brand new Scorched Timber. Okay, so up against some coffee dyed paper, and then up against just white cardstock. Let me find some of that. Okay, so coffee dyed paper, and this is just white cardstock. So here is Vintage Photo, and these are all the oxides. Here is Vintage Photo. Tea dye, I think, would be the lighter if we were going to compare. Okay, Vintage Photo. Here is Gathered Twigs. So Gathered Twigs is a little more on the green side than Vintage Photo. It's still a nice brown, but it has a green hue to it where Vintage Photo does not. Alright, and then Walnut Stain. Whew, if I'm shaking the camera, I apologize. Because we're really bearing down just to get y'all these colors. Okay, Walnut Stain, which is my favorite, I think, as of right now, brown that is in the palette. And it is more of a smoky, more burnt edge kind of brown. So Vintage Photo, Gathered Twigs, Walnut Stain, and now the brand new Scorched Timber. And let me move everything up just a touch so that I make sure I'm in frame. Scorched Timber is a cool brown. It does not have the orange or red undertones at all. It has a more black green kind of undertone. I want to do just a little bit more Vintage Photo. There we go. Alright, so Vintage Photo has like an orangey red kind of tone to it. Then the Gathered Twigs has a green undertone to it. And then Walnut Stain, on camera it looks like it's got more of a red undertone, but it doesn't look like that to me, just looking at it. And then Scorched Timber, brand new Scorched Timber, of course, yes, it is a cool brown. I'm going to write out, and then I'll get it real close to you up there. So Vintage Photo, Gathered Twigs, and I don't have ground espresso. I think it would be in between these two. This is Walnut Stain, but we do have it in the shop if you are interested, and this is Scorched Timber. Okay, let me get you real close to it so you can see the differences up close and personal. There they are. Vintage Photo, Gathered Twigs, Walnut Stain, Scorched Timber. So Scorched Timber, and I think Ground Espresso is probably really close to Scorched Timber too. Ground Espresso is probably not a cool brown. It's probably more of a warm brown though. Alright, and then let's do these up against or on some coffee dyed paper. So we've got Vintage Photo, and then Gathered Twigs. See, I'm thinking with this comparison, I think Gathered Twigs is a little lighter than Vintage Photo instead. Okay, and then Walnut Stain. I mean, and this is the comparison that I wanted to see anyways. Was it on coffee dyed paper or a vintage looking paper? Because not a lot of us junk journalers use white paper. So I wanted to see the comparison on coffee dyed paper. And then Scorched Timber. So it looks black on the coffee dyed, but you can still tell that it is a brown. Okay, so Vintage Photo, Gathered Twigs, Walnut Stain, Scorched Timber. And here, those are, look at there. I had kept y'all on autofocus the whole time I did that, sorry. Okay, so Vintage Photo, this is coffee dyed paper or tea stained paper. Vintage Photo, Gathered Twigs, Walnut Stain, Scorched Timber, and then side by side on white paper. I love that. Okay, let's do one more. So sorry I kept y'all on autofocus or out of focus. Let's do one more comparison, and what I want to do is a stamped image just to show you the difference in colors. And let's go with this little doolally right here. And find my, there it is, right there. Oh, I already had a postage stamp on there. I could have just used that, huh? Okay, let's go with this little, it looks like maybe a ledger or something, something, something. I'm going to put my lids off. Put my little mini blenders over there. And I'm going to stamp in these colors on here just to give you the difference in that. So stamp in Vintage Photo, and I'm going to wipe off, and that is upside down. I'm just going to continue doing it upside down just so it looks the same all the way across. And I wiped it off, and then going in with Gathered Twigs. Oh yeah, you can really tell the orangey look of Vintage Photo when you stamp. Alright, Walnut Stain. Walnut Stain looks more true brown when you stamp with it. Okay. And then Scorched Timber. Okay, and so Scorched Timber looks more deep brown when you stamp with it. So Vintage Photo at the top, Gathered Twigs, Walnut Stain, and Scorched Timber. That's them all stamped. Beautiful. So I love these. I love all of them. I love all of my browns. And I really do love the Scorched Timber. It is very pretty. It is very dark. So if you're not into the dark brown colors like Walnut Stain and Ground Espresso, then maybe Scorched Timber is not your thing. But if you love all the neutrals and you love all the browns, you need Scorched Timber in your repertoire. Y'all have bought us out of the pads, but I have more of those coming. And we have the refills and we have the oxide spray. So oxide refills and the oxide sprays are in stock at our shop, and more pads are on the way. So anyway, this has been a smorgasbord video, and I hope that you enjoyed my smorgasbord that I showed you throughout the entire thing. Y'all have a great day. I've got to go finish packing. I love ya. I'll see you in the next video. Bye, y'all.